Welcome back to ZK Auto Reviews, the place where steel giants come to life, not just as machines, but as legends. Today, let's take a journey back into the shadowy corridors of history, a time of thunderous war cries and titanic ambition, and meet a beast that never got the chance to roar on the battlefield, yet still managed to carve its name deep into the annals of armored warfare. This, dear viewers, is the story of the T29 Heavy Tank, America's answer to the armored behemoths of World War II. Now close your eyes, or better yet, keep them wide open, because what I'm about to share isn't just about bolts, armor, plates, or firepower. It's a tale of a vision that nearly changed the tide of war, of a tank designed not merely to compete, but to dominate. The T-29 wasn't born on the front lines. No, it was conceived in the smoke-filled aftermath of Normandy, when the Allies, having witnessed the terrifying strength of Germany's Tiger II, realized they needed something far more formidable than the Sherman or even the Pershing, something that could stare a tiger in the eyes and grin. In 1944, as the Allies pushed deeper into occupied Europe, intelligence reports kept flooding in. The Germans were fielding monstrous tanks, their 88mm guns punching through Allied armor like butter. The American military brass took notice, and with urgency pulsating through the War Department, the blueprint for a super heavy tank began to take shape. Thus emerged the T-29, not just a response, but a statement. A declaration that America, too, could build fearsome steel giants, capable of both dishing out and soaking in the pain. The T-29 was never meant to be subtle. Just one look at it, and you'd know this machine was designed for shock and awe. Weighing in at a jaw-dropping 70 tons, this was a tank that demanded respect. Its silhouette was menacing. Tall, broad, and armed with one of the most formidable cannons ever mounted on an American tank up to that point. A 105mm T5E1 gun. That's right, a 105mm piece of artillery that could obliterate bunkers, enemy, tanks, and fortifications with ease. This wasn't just firepower, this was authority in steel. But it wasn't just about the gun. The T-29 was a fortress on tracks. Its frontal armor could reach up to 279mm in thickness, enough to shrug off most projectiles the Axis could throw at it. The engineers knew they were creating a juggernaut, and they didn't hold back. Every inch of the tank was crafted for endurance and power. It was long, it was heavy, and it was intimidating. If you were an enemy soldier and this rolled into view, you'd probably want to rethink your life choices. Underneath its armored belly roared a power plant worthy of a beast. A Ford GAC V12 gasoline engine producing around 770 horsepower. Now sure, by today's standards that might not sound like much for something this massive, but back then it was impressive. It gave the T-29 enough muscle to move its titanic frame across the battlefield, albeit not with a cheetah's grace, but with the unstoppable momentum of a charging bull. And for a heavy tank, that's exactly what mattered. Speed wasn't its virtue, fearlessness was. Inside the turret, the crew had space, a rare luxury for World War II-era tanks. A crew of 6 would operate the T-29, working together in a compartment designed not only for combat efficiency but also for extended missions. The gunner had access to advanced optics for the time, and the commander had improved vision systems, something that became even more refined in later test models. This wasn't a hastily thrown-together project. Every inch spoke of calculated precision and American ingenuity. And here's a twist in the story. The T-29, despite its glorious design, never saw actual combat. The war ended before it could be deployed. By the time prototypes were ready in 1947, the world had already stepped out of the shadows of global conflict. But that didn't mean the T-29 was a failure. Far from it. In fact, its real legacy lies in the invaluable data it provided for the next generation of American armor. Engineers studied the T-29 obsessively. They tested gun stabilization systems, evaluated crew ergonomics, and developed better targeting mechanisms. The T29 even served as a test bed for the T31E1 rangefinder system, an optical device that would go on to shape targeting technology for years to come. So, while it never fired a shot in anger, it educated the future. Tanks like the M103 and even early Cold War MBTs owe a slice of their DNA to the T29's pioneering framework. And let's not forget the aesthetic. There's something beautifully brutal about the T29. That tall, commanding turret, the sweeping gun barrel, the wide treads gripping the earth like claws. It looks every bit the warrior it was meant to be. Even today, when enthusiasts and tank historians talk about what could have been, the T29 is always a head-turner. It's a monument to what America was capable of building when it set its mind to it, a rolling slab of resilience, strength, and dominance. In the world of tanks, legends aren't always born on the battlefield. Some are forged in blueprints, brought to life in testing grounds, and remembered through the impact they had on everything that followed. The T29 is one such legend, a phantom titan that, had it been unleashed during the height of World War II, might have rewritten entire chapters of history, but even in peacetime it stood tall, proving that America wasn't just playing catch-up, it was preparing to lead. And that, my friends, is what we at ZK Auto Reviews love to celebrate. Not just machines, but the dreams, the ambition, and the raw courage behind them. The T29 wasn't just a tank. It was a message to the world that innovation, power, and the relentless pursuit of excellence were alive and well on American soil. If this steel legend moved you like it moved us, go ahead and smash that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe you've seen the T29 up close at a museum, or maybe you just love the giants that never got to roar. Either way, we'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe to ZK Auto Reviews for more journeys through the machines that shaped our world, one track, one engine, and one story at a time.